Hello everyone, this is ChakaWhat here, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my top 10 creatures of Fallout. This is, I believe, the first Fallout list on this channel, and it was suggested to me by Frosty Clambo. I have not included non-feral ghouls, nightkin, or super mutants on this list. Up at number 10, I have chosen the glowing ones. They are ghouls who have absorbed so much radiation that they've become luminous. Radiation not only heals them, they can also produce radial bursts of energy that damage enemies. Even when dead, they still exude radiation, making them dangerous. They are not only stronger than their basic feral brethren, but their blasts of radiation have the ability to heal ghouls around them. All but two known glowing ones are feral, Jason Bright and Oswald Oppenheimer. 9. Abominations. They were once humans who were captured by aliens and experimented on. They've been hybridized with alien DNA and were intended to be used as weapons. If spotted by one of them, they will point and screech. This is an homage to the 1978 adaptation of The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where the pod people point and screech to someone who isn't one of them. They are hostile to anything that is not one of them, even their alien creators. Despite this, there is still a shadow of who they once were inside them, as when they are slain they will utter thank you. 8. Floaters. They are mutant creatures enhanced by the Master's experiments that most likely originated from FEV-infected flatworms. They are able to hover in the air by manufacturing and storing noxious gases in their bladders. However, these gases also make them incredibly susceptible to flames. And though not very intelligent, they move very quickly. They are often found in groups with centaurs. 7. Mirelurks. They are a species of mutated sea creatures that live in a symbiotic relationship with each other. They are fast-moving and can also move very quietly and stealthily in the water. They are known to have kings and queens which do the breeding for the species, and are also stronger than the basic ones. They are immediately hostile to humans and are known to have descended from creatures like crabs and turtles. 6. Swampfolk. Okay, these guys are like straight out of The Hills Have Eyes or X-Files or something. They are freaky, mutated, inbred hillbilly creatures located in Point Lookout. Because of Point Lookout's out-of-the-way location, they didn't suffer a direct hit from the bombs. Therefore, the ecosystem hasn't been severely damaged. Nevertheless, radiation is still a problem. Swampfolk often keep themselves, and though capable of intelligent trade, they are hostile to strangers. They distinguish between outsiders and their own by the deformities they are born with, and are actually quite ample fighters. They also speak like stereotypical hicks, and shout when they've seen someone without the marks. 5. Anglers. They are dangerous creatures with bioluminescent elysium on its head that is used to lure prey and keep away predators. They are most likely descended from the anglerfish and have the ability to absorb the fog around them and spit it out like a fireball. They often hide in water around plants, using surroundings as camouflage to ambush the unsuspecting. 4. Centaurs. They are abominable creatures and the results of violent human experiments. The ones present in New California and the Mojave Wastelands were first created by the Master as he tossed many animals and humans in with the forced evolutionary virus. Some are known to have 2 heads, a canine and a human. All have wriggling tentacles protruding from their bodies and walk awkwardly on multiple hands and legs. The ones present in the Capital Wasteland were created in Vault 87 in the same manner, and all still retain a relatively humanoid appearance. They are not harmed by radiation and instead drawn to it, and are immediately hostile to humans. 3. Ghost people. They are mutated humans changed forever by the corrosive and unique toxins of the Sierra Madre. They all don hazmat suits and can only be stopped by being decapitated and/or dismembered. They originate from the construction workers of the Sierra Madre Villa, but also have ties to the inhuman experiments of Big Mountain. When idle, they shamble around the villa, but when engaged in combat, they are shown to be very agile and quick. They use spears, traps, and bombs to hunt prey, whether it be mortal or holographic. Those they drag into the cloud are never to be seen again, and they often make small, sputtering sounds when they breathe. 2. Deathclaws. They were originally created before the Great War by the government using the Jackson chameleon. Their purpose was to replace human troops in battle, and they were later genetically refined by the Master using the FEV. They are fast, incredibly powerful, can move swiftly, and strike with their sharp claws. They are massive, but have hunched backs. They are very aggressive and territorial creatures, automatically hostile to anything that isn't one of them. Young Deathclaws stick closely to their parents until maturity, but are still dangerous. They growl, shout, and some have shown the ability to mimic human speech, much like a parrot would. And for number 1, I have chosen Harold. Harold is special. He was once a human exposed to the forced evolutionary virus, and has been alive since long before the war. He is not a ghoul. In fact, he is unlike any creature to grace the wastes. Harold is his own thing. He had encountered the Vault Dweller, the Initiate, the Chosen One, and the Lone Wanderer during his long life. He was forcibly locked up as a young child in Vault 29 and raised by a computer named Diana. He was able to escape from his home and traveled the wastes as a merchant. He met Richard Gray as a young man, before Set had become the Master. Much later, a tree began to grow atop Harold's head. It grew and practically overwhelmed his body. The tree's name was Bob, and as Harold became rooted in the ground, a cult began to form around him, worshipping him as a god. Around Harold, oasis formed, a place of healthy growth, much like how it was before the war. The Lone Wanderer was given the choice of stunting his growth, speeding up his growth, or killing him as his wish. I hope you've enjoyed my list and found it helpful, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!
Do you believe in kissing honey? You bet I do. Well, I believe in kissing honey when the moon is new.